End of 2024 is here, guys. As usual, I'm going to run all of these buckets. These are all the tailings from everything I basically panned this year. This bucket over here has got 8 up, and I'm going to end up just metal detecting all of that. Here's a plus 12, plus 20, plus 30, plus 50, minus 50. I'm going to get all of the magnetics pulled out of here with my magnet. Probably this one, and this one. These I'll just run in the sluice. It was 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. I did a lot of pay dirts this year. So I'm really curious to see how much I lost out of there. But we'll see, guys. Let me get over there, show you kind of how I pull out my magnetics. Then after that, we'll head on out to the sluice with the rest of the material. There's 1 scoop. Throw 2 scoops on here, kind of get it spread out a little bit. This part of the job here is just, you know, it takes quite a while. I'm thinking about, I'm probably gonna make me an electronic magnet for just the future. Maybe that'll work a little bit faster. I'm not sure, but I go through all my 50 like this stuff, start pulling out black sands, throwing it in a bucket over here. Usually I'll go over it about 3 times. You know, last year I was talking about this magnet that I'm using here. This was a 8-pounder. This was rated to only pick up 800 pounds. Well, I ripped it open, pulled those magnets out, put in something that's a 400-pound strength. Oh, Mo last year, he made a comment. He says, oh, good thing you use that big magnet. You know, you never know when you might need to pull an engine block out of your sands there, buddy. So he was kind of poking fun at me, but I thought it was just funnier than heck, and it's a total memorable comment. So I knew he'd get a kick out of that if I brought it up. But so yeah, Mo, I've got that big magnet again this year. Maybe I'll find a transmission or who knows what in here. But guys, I'll keep on it. You know, this kind of thing here is just as boring can be. You don't take a whole lot of teaching on how to pull black sands out of your tailings. So I will come back here after a while. This project is going to be pretty lengthy. Last year it took me quite some time to shoot through all of the stuff. So this is all going to be thrown in a bucket. I will end up probably just running this stuff through the VDR, see if there's any little tiny stuff in here. Guys, let me shoot through this, get done with it, and then when we get to the next stage, we'll be back. Alright, so got all that material pulled out with the magnet. It's about a gallon of black sands and whatnot. So that took me about 4 hours to get done. Here's the dry magnetic separator that I'm going to use to pull all the black sands out. The black sands will go in here. The junk will go here. Then this junk we're going to save because we're going to end up running whatever this is in the Miller table to see if we collect any of the really fine minus 50 stuff in this. But let me get this party started, guys. This is probably going to take me, I guess, maybe another 3 hours. So I'll get this wiped out, and then after this is done, I'll go hit the sack, and then we'll hit it again tomorrow. I figured I'd show you guys one run on this magnetic separator. This material here, it kept kind of giving me a little bit of a hard time. I didn't really understand it. It usually goes down pretty good, but see, this has 3 funnels with it. So you can only see that one funnel there, but there's actually 3 funnels, really meant for anything minus 40 probably. But this stuff kept getting clogged up on me. I made a little wire out of a paper clip, to keep the jams from doing what they're doing, but that flow right there is about what it usually does. And then you can see over here off to the side the nozzle to my vacuum right there. I've got that vacuum sucking up all the dust because that little machine, it leaks out of that slot right there. It leaks down through the bottom part too. There's an open section to it, and the dust flies out from the cups even though I've got the lids on them. You know, I haven't done any kind of like safety thing in a while, but guys, when you are messing with this kind of dirt right here, I mean, do you see that fine powder? Without the light on, you don't see, you see it. Under the light, you can really see more particulates. This stuff right here is not good to be breathing on. Yeah, I know I look like a goofball, but hey, at least I'm protecting. You know, you can get, there's several different things that miners can get. Silicosis, hold on, let me pull this up on my phone. We'll take a look at it real quick. By silicosis, tuberculosis, and chronic hypersensitivity pneumonia. None of that sounds good, and I know silicosis from work is incurable. Tuberculosis, that don't sound good. And I think the list even goes on and on and on. So guys, be careful if you're messing around with this kind of powder, this kind of dust. It is no good, and it'll put you to an early grave. So I'll be back here in a little bit. So this stuff is going down the hatch pretty good, and we got that much magnetite in this one, that much non-magnetic in this. So that magnet picked up a lot of material, but it is getting late, guys. I'll get the rest of all this stuff ran, and we'll be back tomorrow. Alrighty, that's all done. It's about 50-50. There's a little bit more black sands than there is this, so we're gonna hop on getting this in the miller table here in a little while. I'll probably have some other miller table runs, so I'll just do all that at one shot. For now, with these buckets here, they need to go outside, get on the sluice. Alright, got the buckets up here. It's one of those days, it's kind of warm today. It's almost jacket weather, but I think I'll just tough it out. I'm up here getting the buckets pre-moistened. Let me show you guys that. So I do not want to run this material dry. This stuff might have some micro gold in it. So I'm gonna get all of these buckets filled up with some water so everything's nice. If I end up finding any gold in the sluice, guys, I'll be back. So here's the second run. It's kind of windy out here. Clouds are moving in. There's a piece there. There's another little piece over there. There is a good sized piece right there. So found some gold in here. All I've got are these two buckets left, and this is the very finest of the fine stuff. So wish me luck. Sure, I'm glad I went over this stuff again. Found all of that. That's the second riffle. And then over in the first one, off over here to the side, there's a big old pile over here too. So, tell you what, it's looking like I missed quite a bit. All right, I'm back. Here's the 1, 2, 3. There's a big old piece, 4 from the end. I don't like 4 from the end. 5th one, 6th one, kind of getting cleaned out. Not a whole lot of material in any of this at all, but there's another good piece in the 3rd one. Second one's got some chunkers. There's like 3 right there, another one right there. I see more shiny back over here. Boy, oh boy, I got all kinds in here. This riffle here, there's a bunch there, 3 or 4 or 5 pieces down in here, so wow. All right, guys, this is all I got out of the sluice. I didn't get that many concentrates at all out of those 5 buckets, so that's a good deal. That's 16 ounces. We're gonna get this party started over here with the miller table. I already kind of fired it up a little bit. But I'll get the camera on the overhead. We'll do a little bit of this. We'll see if we catch any gold this round. You know, you always want to take a brush like this and brush through the whole thing, get rid of any of the little tiny bubbles that might be on this table.
I have this set at my lowest speed setting right now. We'll see how that goes. That all depends on how dense the material is, how fast I have the water flowing, and at what angle is this at. I use this level here and make a little measurement. This is set from 0 to, I only have a 1/4 inch slope on here. So we're going to start off with that, see what happens. Here's a little spoon. That troubled one got me. Sent my way.
Oops, take two. I forgot to classify the big stuff out of here. So there's the plus 20. This is all minus 20. That's what's got to go on the table. So I already kind of ran a couple. Got a bunch of pieces of lead on here I need to get rid of. But let me get this all started again. Alright guys, no more dum-dums. Round 3. What I'm going to do here is, any gold pops out, I'll be back. I'll show what's going on. There's already a big piece right there. You can see that. There's one down in there, but I had to lower the water speed. I keep catching gold rolling off the table. There's a bunch of little tiny pieces there. Some in there. Right there. That's a pretty good size there, though. We'll keep at it. Finding that a lot of this gold is stained and all kinds of different formations. So I've got my loop out here, my little Frenzel lens to be able to take a look at all this. But this run here, there's just gold all over the place. A couple good little pieces right there. And just some more micros all over. But we are still on it. Good thing I'm a patient man, because guys, this is day 3. That's right, day 3 on the Miller table. There's a couple pieces. There's a bunch all kind of scattered out and around. There's one there. There's one there. Almost done. That's all I have left. Should be done tonight. So, and then we will move on. Alright guys, that's the last run. I've been kind of piling up material over here. Is kind of, I know that this green contraption here is kind of a safety, but I've been using this as a secondary safety. And there's all the gold in here. There is a bunch. Let me get all this snuffered up here. And next up is going to be this stuff. Here's all those non-magnetics that I ran through the separator. We are blowing right through this material. It's going pretty fast. This VDR is just chewing up the material quick. I was going to run this stuff on the Miller table, but I have been one busy boy and haven't really had that much time, and this stuff still has a lot of magnetics that slip through. You can see all that black in there. So in efforts to save time, I'm going to just run it in this. I'll save all the tailings for a later date, just in case I want to tinker around with it maybe during the winter and see if I can get any gold through the Miller table prop when I have more time. But for now, if I find any gold in here, guys, probably up here on the indicator, I'll come back and show you what I see. So this water is getting a little murky, but there's a piece right there. Another one right in there. There's a piece there. Kind of surprised, to be honest with you. There's another one. Oh yeah, right here on the edge. Right down in there. I know they're hard to see because the water's flowing by and the lighting and all of that, but I figure I'd get a shot of this before the water gets too dirty. Man, I'll tell you what, this Infinity really, this Infinity VDR, it really is just amazing for this kind of stuff. So when I'm all done, we'll move on to the next step. Bam, check that out. So this is the stuff that was on the Miller table that I had to classify out, and ended up finding those two big chunks. That chunk there's a funny one because I remember losing it. I'll find it at the end of the year. Sure enough, I did. So I'll get that suckered up. Here is the concentrates from the VDR that I'm doing. I seen 2 or 3 pieces in there. So let me finish panning this up, guys. I don't know, maybe I'll fast forward it or just come back at the end. You know how these concentrates are at the end of the year. These are the nastiest of the nastiest concentrates. So they're abnormally difficult to go through. So let me get to the end of this puppy, and so we can get the snuffer dump and everything put on the scale. Kind of wondering what I lost this year. So I'll tell you what, guys, I am not a happy camper. I just saw that this phone wasn't recording for 2 different little things, and can't go back now, so we'll just have to skip that. But here is my 12 gallons of material reduced down to just a quarter. This is a quart-sized bag. There's not much left. I'm going to save those to do something with later on. That is the gold that I lost this year. That is way more than I lost last year. I don't remember what I lost last year, but it was way less than that. Let me get this stuff dried up. See you guys over at the scale. It's getting late out here. I've been working on this stuff till the wee hours at night. I'm going to have to get some rest here pretty soon. There's the gold. There's the gold I recovered out of all that stuff. Guys, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope all you guys are doing well out there. Let's take a look to see what we got going on with this stuff. .22. Yeah, I'll have to take a look back to see what I lost last year. I don't think it was anywhere near there. So almost a quarter gram. Holy moly, I must have been the most sloppiest panner in the world. But guys, appreciate the hell out of all you guys here at these stickers. Even all you guys that just jump on and comment. You guys mean the world to me. Hope you all have a blessed day, afternoon, evening. Goldpan Suntan is out.